Alright, welcome to the speed build and, of course, a review and thoughts on the Lego Technic Lamborghini. This is something that I have been dreading, honestly, rebuilding, because if you haven't seen already and heard, I built it wrong. And really, I think it's just something with the gears. It doesn't matter what gear I put it in, it clicks just the same. And none of the gears move when I move the wheels, so clearly something was put together wrong. Other than that, I mean, the rest of the features work perfectly fine for me. I mean, the windows, the door, or sorry, not the windows, the little thingamadude. But other than that, I didn't get the main part of this correct, so I gotta build it again. And I've been debating whether I should just keep some of the bigger structures together and then, you know, rebuild obviously what's broken down there. But honestly, I think it's going to be more fun to just completely destroy this thing, part it all the way out, and then start from scratch. Because honestly, if you didn't hear, I built it wrong, and I built it with my brother and a few other people on New Year's this year. And it was a while ago, but yeah, it was built wrong. I don't think it was necessarily my fault or any of their fault. It was just a collaboration of failure, and yeah, so it's got to be done again. I will say this before I even start. I love that this doesn't have any stickers. I think of all of the Technic things that I have built so far, this is definitely one of the better ones, and not having stickers is definitely one of the cooler parts of it. I won't lie. And I'm really glad that Lamborghini sort of forced Lego to do that, essentially, because, yeah, it's all for the better for sure. But with that, let's get to the snap to disassembly for this Lamborghini, and then the speed build. And I'm going to go very slow, so if I need to speed this footage up a lot more than usual, you'll probably notice, but yeah, I'm going to be taking this step by step, literally, and just going very slow, parting each step out before I even build it, and then building it. But with that, let's get to the speed build. I'm sure you know how the buttons work down there by now, so do click them as you please. Review is after, of course. But yeah, here we go. Alright, so just a quick pause to show you the mess of pieces. Of course, I need to move a couple of these dishes out of the way so that I actually have room to build it. But with that, here we go with take 2 of building the Lamborghini. Hopefully I do it right this time. But with that, let's get to the speed build. Here we go. Alright, it's done. I did it right this time. It works. It doesn't click when I move it. Oh my goodness. So I managed to miss, I mean, this is definitely the most important piece that I missed somehow. I don't know. I looked through the instructions a couple of times. I don't know where it actually is supposed to go. And then I missed a few pins or whatever, I think, because, I mean, I did just literally take this apart as it was. So either I put in extra pins last time or I missed them this time. Probably more likely that I missed them this time, but it doesn't really matter that much because it works and everything is functional and it looks good. So yeah, with that, let's get to the review of this and give you my thoughts on it because yeah, that's important. So I think this is the coolest of the Technic supercars for sure. I think it has the most functionality and some of the coolest functionality. Like, boom, you can lift up the freaking back wing just by pulling a little lever in there. That's so cool. And then on top of that, of course, you got 2 different gears of speed or whatever. And unfortunately, you can only really see 2 of the little, 12 gear, 12 volt engine, but I mean, it's still very cool. So yeah, I think it works well, and yeah, you can even switch the gears and stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, I love this thing. I think it's super cool. And then of course you got the winged doors, the very cool doors in general. The hood opens up, you got your little baggie. I think that's so funny that they have a little bag. Of course, it's very not good bag, but it's still funny that they have it. And yeah, this is definitely just a really cool experience to build. It's definitely difficult. I do recommend taking your time a lot more so than I did. If you plan on getting this and building it, I would say definitely plan to just do it one step at a time, because otherwise you're definitely gonna miss stuff. And if you have extra pieces that aren't just 1 or 2 of those little pins, you're doing it wrong. So yeah, with that, I love this. I think it's definitely the coolest of the sports cars, the supercars, the 1/8 scales supercars. And yeah, I am very excited that I have finally finished this and did it right this time. So with that, thank you all for watching and going through my struggle with this for a second time to get it right. With that, I'm sure you know how the buttons work down there again by now, so do click them as you please. Mr. HiYodaPanda, out.